Condo Grayskull, episode 10.
Episode 10.
March 11th.
1-0.
Mike Davis, Mike Bacaro, Joe Friedrich,
Present.
Colin Zemer.
Yay!
Wow. 7:38, and it's still kind of bright out.
Looks like we
Day-
made it.
Daylight savings
It's
is...
crazy. Everyone's set to stun?
Yes, thank you.
Exactly.
For the reminder.
All right. Weeks. Mike.
I have had an interesting week. I have had a very busy week. I have started my new job, so
Yeah.
and the world rejoices.
Welcome to the working world again.
Ooh.
Doesn't it suck on this side?
It's good to be back. I think I had quite a long time off, longer than I think I've ever had
35 years.
prior to it's my first job.
Just living in the basement of his parents'
My
house
first
and just
job.
enjoying his time there. It's not true.
But it's been crazy, man. Just I've got a decent background in some of the building blocks of what it is I'm doing, but a lot of
You're
what
working
I'm
with
going to be
building
dealing
blocks?
with on a daily basis. Yeah, A, B, C,
Lincoln Logs?
8,
Yeah.
7.
Duplo? Is that...
That must be an interesting thing,
We
know.
know-
It's
we
like
know
you
you
go in
love
there.
Legos.
Who doesn't? You go in there knowing so much. I mean, you've won an Emmy.
Yeah, yeah,
You've done so much, but it's like new program, a totally new industry.
yeah. It's definitely not where I thought I would be headed, but it just seemed kind of like it fell into place.
Yeah.
I already know people that work there. You were telling me about it before I even thought about applying.
Great company, man.
And yeah, everything just seems to be really cool. So I'm excited about the potential, and hopefully I'll just continue to learn and grow as the months go by. And 7 years
That's
from now,
awesome.
I'll still be
Yeah.
saying the same thing. Yeah. So it's been awesome.
I thought you were going to say it's the second day I quit.
I stormed out of there
Yeah.
today.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I just couldn't handle it. It was too much pressure.
Torched the place.
Yeah, it's on fire.
It's good.
I pulled
Just wouldn't give me that stapler, goddammit.
I pulled the bottom binder out of the binder cord I made
boy.
there before I took off. Walked
Dick
out with
move.
walked out with both middle fingers in the
That's
air.
right.
Exactly.
Jenga motherfuckers.
I got you good.
Anything else going on?
Well, actually, I know I don't normally have updates like this, but I have been playing an iPhone game. Just a time waster, one of
Sure.
those quick free downloads, but it is so
For
addictive.
bathroom breaks?
Yes. It is called Quiz Up. And
Okay.
it's all one word. And there are, from what I've read in the app, 450 different categories, and it's all kind of like just quick fire Jeopardy-esque type questions.
Oh, I
And
thought you
so
would build like Quizno subs.
that would be cool too.
You quiz up.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, but what is it actually?
It is it's like I don't want to say Trivial Pursuit, but
trivia?
it's trivia.
Oh, okay.
450 different categories. So you think, oh well, this is going to be interesting. But I've been doing ones based on name that toy. There's one in there for video games, for classic video games. There's one for complete this movie title or complete this. And so I mean, you could do a search for.
Sounds fun.
Name that butthole.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
you can do a
Well, half the
search
time I
also,
don't know
so.
what the fuck you're saying. Like, all these old movies. This is gonna make it worse, huh? You're just gonna be referring to all this shit.
I'm just
like,
gonna
all right.
I'm gonna be so pretentious within the next month. I'm gonna start doing these podcasts with a monocle on my eye and a top hat. And you mean you don't know that movie line?
So
What
what do
a
you
piece
score
of
points? You score points?
You score points, and with each category that you play, it tracks how many games you've played, and so you level up accordingly. So let's say I played 10 games in Name That Disney Character. I gain a certain amount of points. That is it is a category. And then I switch over to painting, of the masters.
Okay.
And I'll start off at 0 again, and I accrue
Oh,
points,
I
level
gotcha.
1, level 2. So it tracks your
Gotcha.
progress, and there's achievements, and some of them are time based with how many games you played, and then
Do you ever unlock like new quiz skins?
no quiz skins, but
Some leopard print.
yeah, but it's
This
just
is
super
a
fun.
sexy question.
That's cool. I
Yeah.
might check it out. Is it free?
It is free.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's my price.
I would
Does it-
recommend.
does
Yeah,
it
it's-
offer
it's
in-app
a
purchases?
Sweet spot. It does not.
Oh,
I
wow.
so far have
That's
not.
shocking.
Microtransactions.
Yeah.
I have not had. I have not had the buy me now for the extra content shoehorn
Buy the extra quiz pack.
that
A quiz
yeah,
upsell.
straight into my nostrils.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just doing that, and then work's been pretty much filling my time. So That's been about it.
That's always good to
Cool.
hear that.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Work is good.
Work is good.
Good.
Yeah, good.
I mean,
Good.
yeah,
Who else?
I remember it being good.
Colin's
Yes.
talking.
Back
Let's
when
go with
Back when I
Colin.
used to do it.
Yeah, Colin, let's talk about work.
Nothing to talk about there.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't been back to see the binder for it. And figure I better get out of that ship while it's sinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I haven't been doing too much. Waiting to get my new video card to fix the PC, and it seems to have done the job mostly. I've had a couple similar problems, but they may just be similar, not related to the previous issues I was having, and so I've been testing that out a little bit. And
Sucks that anything's happening.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, like I said, it's not doing it as frequently. I mean, it's only done it, I think, twice, and it was in the same game. It may have just been driver related or
Was it a blue
related
screen
to
or
that.
it just got
No,
hung
it wasn't
up, or-
even. It just the screen went like black for a second and then came back. Didn't even like crash the game
Oh,
or
that's
anything
not too
like
bad.
that.
Weird.
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah,
Little hiccup.
yeah. I mean, it was a driver issue. It was like the driver stopped responding and recovered. But whereas before, when my screen would go white and then the computer would eventually reset itself, it just
like a
came
little
back
white
like a
puff of
second
smoke
later.
come out the
Yeah.
disk drive and just,
yeah.
Just becomes
Fucking
self-aware.
screaming
But I mean,
Fuck this.
before it was like
I'm
doing
outta
that stuff on the desktop or like surfing the internet. It would do that, but it hasn't done that once since
Anytime I'd right
I got the
click,
new card. Yeah,
it was like, you've encountered a problem.
yeah, like blue screen.
Rethink
No.
that, please.
Yeah.
How's the lucid dream going? Have you been doing any more dreaming?
Nah, you know what? I think I've been a little too worried about my $2,000 toy, so it's created.
You're talking
some-
about your gas-powered
wait,
anal
what?
intruder, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That thing, man.
Yeah.
It's diesel.
Amazon finally delivered that, huh?
Yeah, wow.
Nice.
The drones brought it in.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime is prime.
Yep.
6-speed V-twin.
Damn.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I haven't really been working on that. I mean, I'm having crazy dreams, but they're not. I haven't been doing my lucid dreaming drills lately. Other than that, went to the Laker game on Thursday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it a Laker home game?
Jeez.
It was.
No.
That
Okay.
was that the Clipper game?
Yes.
Oh,
it
God.
was.
Thrashing.
The yes.
So bad.
What did they win by? About 86 points, I think?
No,
It was like
half that.
Might as well have
220 to 80.
Yeah.
48 points,
So
wasn't
it
it?
was-
The-
Yeah,
something like
shit.
that. Yeah.
Almost
God.
40. It wasn't quite 40.
I
No,
thought
it was more than 40.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like
It was
142 to 96 or
Yeah,
98.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
So
Clippers were like that anal intruder I
Yeah.
spoke
yeah,
about.
that's true.
the worst loss in Lakers history.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
was?
what
It
said,
was, yes.
I didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
I have not been watching games.
There's
sadly.
a reason.
Well,
There's a reason
yeah.
it sucks.
I know. I not being a Lakers fan, I
need
was
a
enjoying it up until
sure.
all the starters went out, and I'm like, well, shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, I would have taken a loss, you know, even a closer one, just so that the starters would have stayed
Right.
in more. I mean, that was the excitement of being there, especially watching the Clippers. You know, all their high flying antics.
Well,
Yeah.
So-
probably wasn't a shortage of that. 140 something points.
Well, yeah, I was up into a point, but the third quarter they were all out.
The water boy was coming in draining
Yeah.
threes.
Griffin threw down this nasty alley oop, and that would like shut the doors, like that,
called it the
turn the lights
H2O.
out, and get out of here. So
The Lakers spitting my cooler. Walked out with 21 points. Dropped the mic.
I've seen her boobies and I like them.
I
yeah.
love this foosball.
So nothing
scored a
else other than that really. It's been
Yeah.
pretty mellow.
Yeah.
You know, not doing too much gaming. Obviously,
Gaming, of course.
my Xbox 360 is still packed away.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
for like
Too bad.
2 months.
I guess
now.
that's why it
haven't
says
even
you're still
taken it.
offline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2. Maybe it's that. Well, it comes out for PC, so you probably just
Yeah,
go
but
there.
they say the last one was broken piece of shit on PC. So
Oh, was it?
Wow.
I don't know that I
Wow.
would pick it up on PC or not. I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of torture again.
Yeah. It's torture to begin with, but yeah.
Apparently, there's a website that's going to be tracking the amount of deaths that you have in that game.
Oh,
Like, I don't know
God.
how it's tied in. If you have,
Yeah.
it's probably sign up there specifically with your gamer tag or whatever. But it's going to track
Send you
your
a
deaths.
personalized leprechaun to just
Yeah,
sit behind you or on the,
Because
on
I
the
guess-
couch next to you.
the game is maybe doesn't want to embarrass you that much. It doesn't
Oh,
specifically
yeah, of
track
course
it.
not.
You know, but
So it
So I don't
tweets
know.
it out and puts
just,
it on Facebook every time
yeah,
you die.
exactly.
that sucks.
Colin
So-
died again.
Just to kind of explain to the audience, this is the weirdest game, the Dark Souls, Demon Souls series. You have no idea what's going on. That really is what it's about. So you go through these dungeons, and the only way you learn how to get through it is just to go
Doing
and
it.
die.
Yeah.
Go through
And
and
then
die,
you start over, and you do it again.
You're kidding.
No.
Well, not completely.
Not
over.
completely.
Trial by fire.
You find bonfires, and then you start there, like checkpoints.
But there's
Okay.
a lot of time and progress you can
There's a
lose
lot of
just
time.
by
Wow.
dying.
But I mean, you level and you'll get stronger, and so when you start over, there's some progression as long as you're smart about it. But it has this huge social media part where people are kind of putting in their experiences and what they believe
Yeah.
are the better things to do and secret items, and that's what's fun about it. But it is torture.
Nice.
It
Yeah.
says, what is the whole pitch? Is prepare to die.
Prepare to die. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty crazy.
It's a cool game. I mean, the foreboding creepiness
So
of
great.
it.
Well, speaking of games, you've played a couple.
Yeah. I played a lot of Diablo 3 actually since
Yeah.
they updated it. I've
Diablo.
had a lot of fun with it. I leveled another character to 60 because they got this huge XP bonus going on. I leveled the
Yeah.
Witch Doctor,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. And
You like me
Which
now.
Yeah.
which doctor?
Witch Doctor,
Which
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
The Sandwich Doctor was
Which
actually.
one? Colin picked
He works
up
at Subway.
Yo, give me a sub.
Dr. Acula.
Yeah. And no, it's really cool. I mean, I can't wait for the fucking expansion. I'm really excited for that. And then today, Joseph and myself had a
Titanfall Holiday.
Titanfall day.
Took the
Yeah,
day off.
Titanfall day.
Titanfall
There you go.
day.
Titanfall
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that.
Titanfall
Mike is
day.
on point today.
Not for me. I owned.
Well, whatever.
You
You did all right.
I did okay.
You did well.
Titan fell all over yourself.
No, it's cool. Fun. I hadn't
is
done
cool.
that in a long time. It's cool to do that. Just take kind of a break and say fuck you to everything else.
Yeah.
Sure. Sometimes you need that, though. You know.
Especially I got a wife and a kid. Fuck
Kid's
everything.
wife.
Fuck everything.
You just woke up this morning. Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm out.
Yeah. Hey guys, fuck off.
Didn't
I'm
quite
out.
put it like that. But
doing man
I got
stuff.
plans.
Enjoy your
I got
pancakes,
some plans.
bitches. I'm out of here.
I'll be back for dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Some good TV. I mean, I don't know if anybody watched season 2 of House of Cards.
I have not. I've been watching a lot of Archer though.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Good
cool.
for you.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Well, I would recommend House of Cards. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, interesting as far as the political culture. You know what happens in politics. Like, I gotta believe it's not based on a true story per se, but
Sure.
a lot of that shit is really true.
I'm sure it's a very crazy mirror of a
Yeah.
lot of what actually does go
it's
on.
fucking despicable.
Yep.
You like those
really
dark
is.
shows,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
True
yeah.
Detective
Kevin Spacey's
is,
really awesome though.
Yeah.
But yeah, in True Detective that had a finale. Apparently, there were so many people watching that finale on HBO Go that it
broke.
crashed the
Yeah.
servers.
You're
Wow.
kidding.
It,
Wow.
and it was down for hours.
Ugh.
But
It's like Ellen's selfie.
Yeah.
it crashed
Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crash Twitter.
that's
I
a
heard
great
Xbox
show.
was down today too.
Really?
Or yeah, people were having trouble signing in.
Not on the one.
No. All 6 of us? No, we didn't have an issue at all.
Everything with Titanfall. I mean, I
Yeah, it was
downloaded
great.
it at midnight. Smooth sailing.
Yeah.
We logged in today. The servers were clean. Everything was cool. I was
was
actually
nice.
pretty surprised. I thought maybe that might be
I'm
an
just
issue.
saying what I read. I was on.
Oh no, I believe you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Was
Maybe
it-
it's
I don't think
a
everybody
360.
was. I don't think everybody was experiencing it. Well, they said it. Well, they said it wasn't a Titanfall issue, so I assume they were referring to the X-Bone because it's not out
Okay.
on the 360 yet.
Well, I mean, what else came out? I mean, nothing that would crash the server. Like,
Well, I don't think they
Dark
said.
Souls
Yeah, I don't
or
think they
anything.
said it was related to the game.
Cell
I think it was
damage HD.
just-
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Strider.
Some mother bullshit.
Some Doritos game Mike was playing.
Yeah. Crash
Aren't you
course.
supposed to be at work, Mike?
I'm crash coursing the
I
servers.
really do have to explain this to the audience. Okay, it's Mike plays this Doritos made game. All right,
Doritos made.
Doritos
He's
made
talked
it.
about it before.
Yeah,
The guys in the
he loves this fucking game. It's free as hell, and you just run around and dash about, and he's good at it.
Yeah.
He's good at it, but it's just so hard for me to shake the fact that it's a fucking Doritos game.
Yeah.
But you know what?
That's fine.
He played the sequel too.
Yeah, you know what? It's worth it though because it is free, but it's such a time waster. And when Blake is bugging me because he wants to play Xbox, I'm like, all right, here, and he loves it.
Yeah.
He'll sit down and play that shit for 45 minutes.
It's cool. It just
I'm cool
always
with that.
it's like Sneak King. You know the one that Burger King came out with? Oh my
I
god.
did not play that one.
No, but
I refused.
I'm sure there's
to play
copies
it.
everywhere.
Sneaky.
I mostly refused to play it because the mask that they used for that king
It's
when they
creepy as
dude,
fuck.
creepy
Yeah.
as fuck.
Oh my
It was.
god. Burger
I
King.
did not want to
It's
watch
just like
those commercials because of that mask.
Yeah. It's behind that mask is a serial killer. Did it really creep you out?
It did
Like
yeah.
a lot?
Not a lot. Not as okay.
You're
Not
a grown man, but
not
you know.
as much as that old lady mask that they used, that Snickers used for their
Oh yeah.
for their Halloween commercial a couple
Yeah.
years ago, and
Yeah.
it's like two kids on one standing on top of the shoulders, and this mother's walking
Freaked you
down
out,
the
huh?
aisle. Dude, that
You don't
it's
like
just-
masks? Is that something that
well,
bugs you?
Well, it's that one, but I mean, just the look of the old lady with the makeup and the
Yeah.
mouth didn't move when she talked, and I mean, I watched to kind of relate this back to to that Vsauce video that Colin posted about what makes things creepy. Some of those pictures on the throughout that presentation that he did, were pretty scary, but some things just seem to hit me stronger than others
Yeah.
when it comes to creep levels. And
Will you like turn your head if it comes on?
I look
Change
at it
the
for a
channel?
second, and it's almost like one of those things where I just can't look away, and then I just get so creeped I have to.
Yeah.
And then I just can't unforget it.
I still
No.
didn't watch that. I gotta watch that.
What?
The creep. What makes
Yeah.
things?
Oh
it's
yes,
good.
yes.
Scary.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking
Creepy.
about a Snickers commercial. I'm like, seriously?
Well,
I
that's
still
a-
gotta catch up on my Snicker commercials.
I haven't got that one.
That's on YouTube too,
Hey,
Oh, I'm sure.
and all the comments. If you look
Yeah.
at that,
Oh,
if
no,
you
of
watch that,
course.
you watch it. All the comments are like, "That's just fucking creepy as hell."
Yeah. No,
Well,
you're not alone, man. There's so
that
many
old
things that I'm like, ooh.
Yeah,
Old Spice.
Yeah.
I think you brought this up, Joe. That Old Spice commercial with the moms like following.
Oh, it's so
shadowing
weird.
their
Oh,
sons.
yeah.
That's some creepy
That
stuff
is
too.
some
It's-
weird
but it's
shit.
actually just
Slinking
live
across
action
the
people.
floor.
Yeah,
It's just weird.
It's just odd looking.
Yeah.
Just
Old Spice.
As long as it's not the ring or anything, I'm good.
my son.
Yeah.
Sprayed a man of my son.
Yeah.
What else happened with your week?
No, I think that kind of
That's it?
sums it up. Yeah,
Oh.
solid.
That's cool.
Anything new with Ms. Rihanna?
Yeah. Sorry. Stalker
Yeah.
update.
You know, I
Sorry.
mean,
Thank
I'm
you,
not-
Mike.
Episode 10.
Skip it for
update.
right now. I have a big update on next week.
Okay.
Next week.
Tune in next
yeah.
week.
Yeah,
Damn.
okay.
Tune in
next week. Yeah.
Tune in next week. Surprise ending.
Stay tuned.
So, I guess that leaves me. My week. Today is my first day of vacation in 7 months.
Holy
you.
shit.
Wow.
Congratulations.
I mean,
how long are you
7
taking
months.
It's just under.
You deserve it.
Oh my
You
gosh.
enjoy it.
How long?
went-
How long are you taking for vacation?
Well, I have 7 days, and then unfortunately I have a GM meeting
One
that
day.
I have to go to, and yeah, exactly. I have 1 day off. I have a GM meeting, and then I have 2 more days off, so it breaks it up in the middle. But I have 7 straight.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to that. But it's
so
been a
much
long time.
Titanfall.
Titanfall a day.
Oh, no. I mean, honestly, I got to the point where I have to use it before it's just
It
wasted
stops
away.
Use it or
Yeah.
lose it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Take it
Yeah.
out back.
Well,
and-
it's use it or get paid for
Shoot
it,
it.
and the company
you don't
doesn't-
get it.
No, you don't want to do that. You want to
fuck
use
that.
that shit.
Yeah.
Get away. So,
yeah, I don't think so.
No.
I'm good.
So yeah, I went to Newport. Went on a pontoon boat. Showed people Condo Grayskull. They loved it. Episode 9.
Yes.
Do we
That
have
was a
some new
nice
fans
text to
maybe?
get.
Yeah, hopefully, send it out. We sent out some mass texts. I mean, we got 1,000 downloads now or something.
Close
Something
to
like
yeah.
that.
That's
We're almost
crazy.
at 200 likes.
I know.
Look at us.
I always say, man, I want so many more. And Lauren says, you know what? Everyone starts at 0. I'm like, God damn it, you're so wise.
Philosophizer.
She's like the hot Black Gandalf.
That's true.
It's like Gandalf is the black.
Black Dolph. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she helps me out in those times.
Sage.
Those times when I'm just
Sage
complaining about my
advice.
Facebook likes, and she's like, "Listen,
Right.
It'll be okay.
White people problem.
Yeah,
Exactly.
First world
I'm
problems.
not even white. I'm transparent. I've mentioned this before.
Translucency issues.
That's right. But yeah, I went on a pontoon boat in Newport, and that was fun. Drove around 5 miles an hour.
Hell yeah.
And dodged people at 5 miles an hour. Was completely safe, obviously. I did get to watch like 300 pair of dollar glasses fly over the side.
Oh shit.
Which sucked. Yeah. And
Wow.
I was like contemplating diving in, but I'm like, I have like $300 in things in my pocket.
Yeah,
I'm
like why would I do that?
Was it a male or a female that dropped them?
female. Yeah.
Were they like Dolce and Gabbana or some bullshit?
Coach, I think. But I watched them float down, and I was like reaching in my pocket to pull out everything, and I just watched it disappear, and I'm like, there's no way.
There's no way you're gonna.
There's no way. Yeah, exactly. And it was-
Diving to the bottom
exactly.
of the ocean. Holy shit!
It's so far.
This is deep, and it's pitch black. I can't see
What the
shit.
fuck am I doing down
I
here?
come out of the water with a shark, a baby shark. I'm like, ah!
Wearing the glasses. It's like, what's up, everybody?
I look good.
Yeah.
Thanks for tossing
So-
these down now. It's getting a little bright. I
Yeah.
don't know why he's southern.
I don't know, but maybe he's a catfish.
Why there's shots
Yeah,
from
exactly.
the south.
So yeah, did that. That was really fun. Been playing Diablo 3. You know,
Shit, I'm jealous.
it's been fun. Yeah, it's been really cool.
Motherfuckers.
Diablo.
And then Titanfall came out, so I've been playing that, and that's been really good.
Nice.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a week. It's been like it's been a lot of video games. It's been a lot of video games and hanging out. So pretty cool. I watched half of the True Detective season. So I mean, up to 4. It's really good.
Yeah,
It's really good. I'm
The
really
first 10
impressed.
minutes.
The acting is like
Yeah.
McConaughey and Harrelson are
Oh,
pretty
man.
fucking sick.
Yeah, really cool. But I don't want anyone to spoil that. I got 4 more.
Did you watch that video I sent you, Mike?
Yes, it's pretty funny.
Oh, I saw it too.
Banana face. One of the ones that I picked out that
Can't
I
open
really
it.
laughed
Can't
at.
open it. So this video Colin showed us, it was making fun of True Detective, but it was just bullshit. Like you can't understand
Yeah.
them. So
That's-
maybe will you post that on the website?
Yeah, I'll put it
Oh,
up.
That's
so
funny, but it's more about McConaughey's character, not
Yeah.
really Harrelson, because
Yeah.
he's
They're
so out
both-
there.
Yeah, that's true. That's
But
true.
not-
Because it's but Harrelson is hard to understand at times too.
Oh, he's got that. It like does this
Yeah.
with his chin.
It's-
It's like he's got dip in his mouth
Yeah.
or something, and I'm like,
Yeah.
spit that fucking dip out.
And it's, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that is a funny video. That's Joel McHale and what's his
It's
name?
pretty good.
God, I can't think of the other guy's name.
yeah. I didn't recognize the other guy, but I definitely recognize.
Well, they both do.
Mikhail.
They both do Community, but that was something.
Oh,
that was
okay.
something that was on the soup.
Now let me
Nah.
ask you a question. You sent us a video where it showed that comedian basically doing like an HR thing with Ken.
Oh yeah.
What show is that?
Ken Masters.
I saw one with Chun Li too. Or
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why I mentioned it. I was like,
Yeah.
Chun Li was on one. We should post those
I think
too.
he's. Yeah, I think
that'd be
he's
cool.
done several of those.
They're
now.
so funny.
God,
So,
why can't I think of his name?
Apparently,
It's-
he's a late night talk show
Yeah,
host
he's
too?
on
So,
after
yeah.
Conan.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've never. If I am up that late, I'm not watching late night. But I thought the pieces were funny. Like I watched that one this morning. Yeah. I watched that one this morning.
Nailed it.
While I was eating my breakfast, and he's doing this HR interview with Chun Li. Like,
Yeah.
trying to tell her that her outfit is too provocative. She's
Yeah.
like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, this is not coming from me. This is not coming from me. Because if it was coming from me, everything I said would start with hello, beautiful.' You know, he just made it so awkward.
So
But,
great.
Yeah. I'm down for some fun in the Chun. How it ends, and she just gets up like, whatever.
Oh my god, we should post that one too.
I gotta see.
Well, I'm sure I can find him.
Yeah, please do. But anyways, we mentioned last week
Yes,
that
we
we
did.
were gonna do some
Pete Holmes
yeah, sorry.
show.
Pete
Holmes.
Holmes show.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you. Thank
yeah,
you.
I know who that is.
Okay. Yeah.
Way to fact check. Good job.
Yeah, good. Well, I was mentioning Mike had this idea where we would look through some scripts and then do some impersonations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be funny if we did, just some quick snippets out of scenes from movies that are fairly well known. But instead of reading them as how people would normally think they would be read, and how if you're a fan of whatever film we were going to do, you can almost hear it or say the lines yourself.
Right.
I thought it would be funny to do impressions of just funny voices
Yeah.
or maybe other actors. that have no business whatsoever playing these parts.
So we chose two. What's the first one we're going to do? Which one of the two are we going to do first?
We can do. We can do the hot rod one.
Hot rod, okay.
Yeah, let's do hot rod.
So everyone name out who we're impersonating.
Yeah, so this would be, just to preface this real quick, because Mike and I were talking about it. This will be a scene from Hot Rod.
So you tell us, you say what everyone's going to do.
Okay, so so this will be the scene in Hot Rod where the main character Rod Kimball introduces a new crew member to the group, and Rod is being played by the part of Joe, or I guess we could just name them.
Yeah, go ahead.
So these parts, there's Rod, Dave, Rico, and Kevin, being read today by our very own Smeagol, as read by Butthead from Beavis and Butthead fame. Read by what's his King of the Hill, from
Hank Hill.
Hank Hill from King of Hill. Thank you. And
oddly enough, in the Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Also
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead,
Exactly.
yeah. And
Little connection there, Mike Judge.
and the old man pedophile from Family Guy, reading the part
Well,
of
let's
Kevin.
get this started, goddammit.
Let's get this started.
So, you ready to go, guys?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go. Okay.
Strap on in, listeners.
Okay, so this is the script from Hot Rod. Hey, everybody. I got some awesome news. We have a new crew member today, Denise. So I thought it would be fun if we all went around and said our goddamn names and a little something about ourselves. I'll start. My name's Rod, and I like to party.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, you're up.
Yeah. Hi. I'm Dave, and I like to party.
No, Dave. I just said that I party, so maybe you could do something different for me, goddammit.
My name is Dave, and I'm the stuntman.
You know what? Let's move on. Rico, you're up.
Hello. I'm Rico, and I like to party.
Yeah, Rico, what did I say to Dave?
Who?
Dave, goddammit.
Oh, I like to party. I'm Rod.
No, you're Kevin.
Right, Kevin. I party.
No, you don't. Okay, nobody parties but me.
Yeah, we party. Yeah.
No,
That's right.
yes.
And me.
No, I'm the only one who parties, goddammit.
I'm pretty sure I've partied before.
No, Kevin, I know for a fact you don't party. Okay, you do not party.
Oh, you're right. Dave's the party guy.
Sweet. Yeah.
Oh my God, shut up. Okay, goddammit, I'm gonna do it for you. Very good. All right, so that was from Hot Rod.
And if you didn't pick up on it, it's Beavis, not Butthead. But
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you better be sorry.
It's been so long.
Oh, man.
because
Sorry,
this
man.
Beavis is gonna Revis all over
Yeah,
you.
you know, I thought both those boys were quite attractive. Just wondering where the good news was.
So what's we have one more scene. What's the second scene here?
So the second scene I thought would be funny. Most people should know this film. This is the original Back to the Future, and this is a scene where Marty comes in to his house to find Biff Tannen, who is chewing out Marty McFly Sr. about the car wreck. Biff has just wrecked the car, but he's blaming it all on Marty McFly Sr. So the part of Biff will be played by the Emperor Palpatine from the Return of the Jedi,
Okay.
and George McFly will be played by our very own Scout the dog.
So I have a dog named Scout. It's Lauren's dog named Scout, and we have come up with a voice for it.
I think it was mostly you. It was all you.
Yes, it was me. And
Genius.
It goes a little something like this. So let us begin the scene.
And go. I can't believe you loaned me a car without telling me it had a blind spot. I could have been killed.
Now, Biff. I never noticed a blind spot before when I would drive it. Hassan.
But what are you, blind, McFly? It's there.
How else do you explain that wrecked ship out there?
Now, Biff, can I assume that your insurance is gonna pay for the damage?
Oh, my insurance? Well, it's your car. Your insurance should pay for it. Hey, I want to know who's gonna pay for this. I spilled beer all over that car when it smashed into me. Who's gonna pay my cleaning bill? And where's my reports?
Oh, well, I haven't finished those up yet. But, I figured since they weren't due till,
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Think, young McFly. Think. I've got to have them retyped. Do you realize what would happen if I hand in my reports in your handwriting? I'll get fired. You wouldn't want that to happen, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, Beef. And I wouldn't want that to happen. Nah, I'll finish those reports up tonight. And I'll run them over first thing tomorrow, all right?
Well, not too early. I sleep in on Saturdays. Oh, McFly, your shoe is untied. Don't be so gullible, McFly. You've got the place fixed up, thanks, no McFly. I have your car towed all the way to your house, and all you have for me is a light beer? What are you looking at, butthead? Say hi to your mom for me.
That's the creepiest voice ever, man.
Nice job.
You scared me so bad right then, Man, I just damaged my pants.
You've shot yourself.
We had one other, which was a Few Good Men, but it was so serious. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we do have actually, 3 listener questions?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah, what's up?
If that if that segment actually turns out to be a success
Right.
with the listeners, then I would totally be open to taking some scene suggestions.
Sure. I would love that
absolutely.
too.
Or,
Yeah.
or voice acting.
And voice
Lessons,
acting lessons, if you want to give us some lessons, then I'd love that. Some free
Yeah,
lessons.
tell us what you want to hear. you know.
Actually, Mike had a great idea. Mike Picaro talked about if we were all mad scientists and we could combine anything together and make like a
shit.
whole new name for it, what would those be? Because we were thinking about Titantric and all these things we did before, right? But in this case, a spoon and I don't know, water buffalo turns into a spoon to buffalo. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think
Comes
we're
with its
creative
own
enough.
utensil to eat it.
A buffaloon.
Yes, exactly. So I was thinking maybe that would be next week's segment. I don't know. Well, let's
Yeah.
think it out.
Okay.
Riff
But
on that.
I do like the idea of maybe getting some more scripts involved and some other voices.
Yeah.
I'm worth giving voices a shot. I mean, exactly.
Yes, there are
Yeah.
some we do well, and we can work on others. But
Yeah. So that was fun. Excellent idea, Mike.
well, thank you.
Yep.
So let's move on to questions. We actually have quite a bit to talk about with those. What do you guys want to go over? Now, I actually 2 weeks ago we were asked on Twitter by Jen Hobart, a good friend of mine, whether we would want to explore the ocean or the moon, and I thought that was interesting. Because,
Sure.
well, I think I say that every time I
Yeah.
say a question. I'm
Actually,
like, I think
that's-
that's interesting.
I think
That
that's
question
very
That's
sucks.
interesting.
Yeah.
You know
And
what?
so-
I think that question is not very interesting.
That
no,
question is-
no, you're right.
Just kidding.
I
I think
Moving
it's
right along.
very interesting.
Here's the deal. I would want to go to the moon for bragging rights because I'm in fucking space.
Yes,
Sure.
You know
that's
what I
true.
mean?
That's
but
true.
this shit is just dust on a rock.
Yeah.
You know?
Not much going on.
Not too much going on.
Who knows? What
Now,
about the dark side of the moon?
You know?
Find
Shit.
Pink Floyd over there.
So, yeah, I mean, if I have Wizard of Oz to watch and play that,
Yes.
you know, all that, it might be it's kind of fun. But
While you're on the moon, that
I
would be
think-
pretty epic.
I mean, I'd want to be in space. I'd want bragging rights
Sure,
for space.
sure.
But I think for me, I would want to explore the ocean because I feel like there's still things to find out about the ocean.
Sure.
So it's like I think there would be more meaningful things to be found in the ocean if I had to choose. But if it was just me, like, hey, what do you want to do? I'd be like, let's go to the fucking moon.
Hell yeah.
So-
Yeah, I don't like jellyfish.
Well,
I'm
you
scared
know,
of sharks.
I think the ocean would be probably more interesting
Sure.
overall, but it'd also be probably less life-threatening. You know,
Yeah.
going into space. You know, it's been done.
I mean, it is
a number of times
Yeah.
now, but
Well, yeah.
Going into space, that's a pretty fucking
More
risky
people have been in the
proposition.
ocean than space. You know.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, but also more people have been.
yeah. I would agree with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Been in the ocean.
Yeah,
I'll make sure to check my
Yeah,
references.
I'm gonna need to
Wait,
check
let's-
the numbers on that
maybe
one.
Wikipedia with that real quick.
But yeah, there's also been more people on the moon than there have in the deepest parts of the ocean. So,
Right, and
Yes.
that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
you know who's going to change that is the director of Titanic
Oh.
and
Cameron.
fucking James Cameron, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
really?
that guy, like, just does all this crazy cool shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
Like
he's wild.
Every
you're a
time I hear
billionaire.
about it, he's doing something different.
Yeah,
You get
So-
the right to be eccentric when you're a billionaire.
So if you had to choose one or the other, what would you guys do?
Oh man. I guess I probably agree with you guys more. So
you know,
I just think there's more going on there. But
I think
Yeah,
probably a pretty epic moment though would be standing on the moon and looking at the Earth.
Oh, yeah.
like I've thought about that before, and
Yeah.
I'm like, holy fuck! Can
Yeah.
you, like, how removed would you feel from
It
yourself
must be
to
so.
see like?
Yeah.
I mean, it
holy
really
shit.
reprograms your brain. Like
Yeah.
you're just sitting there because you
Wait a
see
second.
it on. Yeah, you see.
I was there for like I don't know,
Yeah.
40, 35
You
years
see it
at
in
least.
books.
You know?
You see it in all this stuff, and then I think scale wise, you're like, the Earth is huge to me.
Yeah.
and now it's like
Say-
the size of a fucking dime.
Yeah.
Imagine how insignificant that type of view
Yeah,
would make you
absolutely.
feel.
Right.
Holy shit! I am a speck.
Yeah.
Well, I'd
if
be
that,
curious to know
in this
what
universe.
the sun looks like from another,
Yeah.
body, because it's
I don't know.
Still
I don't know
not
with
to
the
look at the
moon
sun.
it would be that different.
No,
but
it
yeah,
wouldn't.
Still a
certainly.
bright fireball.
Yeah.
You can't
Well-
look directly at it.
But
No,
you know,
yeah,
out
but
of
I
the
mean, he just
atmosphere and
means like
everything.
looking. Oh, I mean, it might look slightly different as far as like color. I mean, the size is going to be roughly the same.
No, I'm not worried. I'm not
Yeah.
the size, but just, imagine it would be, I don't know, somewhat different.
Yeah, it might be brighter with
Yeah.
without the atmosphere.
That's weird.
Might fry your face off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of
You're gonna have to have one of those
speaking
gold
of
Yeah.
plated
the Cosmos, did anybody watch the new one?
No.
The first episode of the new Cosmos series?
No,
with Neil
shit.
deGrasse Tyson
No,
on Sunday.
no.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah, I caught that. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff I was like, oh, all right. They kind of they did this one whole part. They were talking about this scientist. I want to say his last name was like Bruno or something like that.
Okay.
I could be, it was something similar to that, but he was like an Italian. He wasn't a scientist, but he was like
Was he an astronomer?
No, he wasn't. He was just somebody that kind of challenged the church back in the day, and he had these fantastical dreams about how he thought the universe extended past our own what we could see.
Sure.
This was still like in the days when
So a
people-
forward thinker.
when it was still common thought that the Earth was the center of the
flat,
universe.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think they were past the flat point at this part, but because this was like the mid 1600s.
Okay.
But yeah, so they did this whole part with him, and it was like this kind of like cheesy. It wasn't cheesy, but they did this like whole cartoon animation sort of deal with it. And I was like, they kind of spent like 10 minutes on this story. I was like, all right, yeah, we get it. He was a forward thinker. They're gonna execute him.
Oh shit.
Like you knew it was coming.
Okay,
so that was
makes
kind of what he was
sense.
He's
getting
a
to.
witch.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, so I mean but most of the stuff was pretty interesting. I mean, he did this one thing where he talked to the cosmic calendar. He was talking about he scaled down the entire time period of the universe to a calendar, and essentially what he said is like all of written human history is like the last 14 seconds on
Yes.
December
Yeah.
31st of of the year or whatever, and he like just mind blowing. How
It just
little we've been
put
on
things.
this planet.
Put things into it. It puts things into perspective.
So that was kind of
Yeah.
cool to see, and he's talking, kind of took us throughout and whatnot. He was talking about our cosmic address, so it was like Earth, solar system, and then he was kind of going out, the galaxy, the supercluster we're in, this and everything.
Cosmic address.
Yeah. He
P.O.
mentioned
P.O.
the
box,
multiple
planet number 3.
Yeah, the multiple universe theory. He talked about that a little bit, where they're talking about like.
So you recommend it?
Some theorize. Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's an interesting subject matter, obviously.
Yeah, I also saw this. A buddy of mine posted something about the true scale of the solar system, and it was this web page that you scrolled sideways, right? Throughout the web page, and it was like, started at the sun, and then you scroll, and eventually get to, Mercury or whatever, but it was to scale, so like the planets were just like, 1, 2 pixels maybe, like that, and it was a scale, and you'd be just like, scroll, and you'd be scrolling for like several minutes before you'd like reach another planet or whatever, like when you see most illustrations of the solar system, you get no idea how far shit is actually apart. It's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts.
And apparently, slowly but surely, it's all still just getting farther and farther away from everything.
Yeah,
because it all expands out.
That's where dark matter comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's name it out. So, to answer this question, I'd say moon. What about you?
Oh, well, changing it up now.
Well, like I said, I mean, if
the
it was
bragging
just
rights
me,
outweigh the.
I just feel like it would be. I'm scared of the ocean. I'll be honest with that. I am.
Sure.
I like.
But strapping myself to a fucking rocket.
Way easier for me to think about than that. Yeah, just going into the depths of the ocean.
I guess in the grand scheme of things, I guess the fucking moon.
Yeah. This would be my first answers. But yeah, I would definitely love to go to the moon.
Yeah.
Just to, have that one chance, if it's just the one chance to step off of this planet and get out into space.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
I'd have to
That'd be
agree
awesome.
with that.
Yeah. Okay. So Jen Hobart, you got a bunch of
The moon.
Chance,
the moons
To the
travelers.
moon.
Moon's
What's up
travelers.
next? We actually had one from Berto. Huh.
Yeah, long time listener, first time question.
Berto.
Yeah, jeez.
Thanks, Berto.
Yeah.
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks for your constant listening and barely questioning.
And then almost demanding there at the end.
Yeah, like you have to answer this, and you'll hear how he prefaced this. It's
All right.
interesting.
Berto writes, Condo Grayskull, please address the state of internet viral videos. Are they losing their funny, repeats of the same jokes, or am I just getting old? Berto Explosion and the world demand these answers from the condo.
You're getting old. What's the next question?
We're all getting old.
Yeah, I mean, wow, that's a good question. I mean, I remember it lost its kind of luster, I guess, is what it is. It's like.
Well, I was thinking about this, when I first saw the question from him, and I was trying to think about it. I was like, God, I can't even think of any viral videos anymore, and I was trying to figure out what it is that caused that, because it used to be, at least when the internet was still kind of younger, or like even when YouTube was still new, you like give these get one video that people would just fucking post and resend. And
It's so
endlessly
saturated now.
Well,
I think that's part of the theory I came up with is that it's just so embedded and so numerous now that there's plenty of good material out there, but it's so
it's in a sea of
bullshit. It's just so much part of our everyday lives now that we don't even think about it.
We just
like
become
that.
accustomed to it.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a funny video.
I think it's evolved too. I mean, you have the people that make why are things creepy videos now, and you have people that are
Very
like doing
sophisticated.
straight up like this is comedy or this is
everybody-
my show, and I think that's become the new thing because there's so many people looking for viral videos that it's not about viral videos now. It's about shows.
Yeah.
It's about entertainment.
Content.
So,
like
it's Charlie
really
Bit My
good.
Finger isn't what you're looking for.
Yeah. Or
Because
Star-
that's
Star
like
it's still
Wars
out
kid.
there, but
Yeah. You look at,
like a
Tosh still
flash
has
in
a
the
show.
pan.
Tosh still has a
Sure.
wildly popular show, and that's all based on that kind of stuff. And they may not, it doesn't seem that any one video becomes like insanely, ridiculously, popular like they used to.
right.
Just because there is so much shit.
Well,
now.
I mean, what was it back then? Oh, this had 1 million views.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Now it's like 1 million views. I mean, obviously that's amazing, but it's
still a
every
lot.
video
Million.
has a fucking million views.
Yeah.
Our number one video on YouTube right now has 69 views. That's Mike's surf video.
Shit.
That's awesome.
Hell
to
yeah.
me, I'm
Banger.
like, that's fucking awesome.
Hell
It's
yeah.
got a banger.
Somebody's watching it.
I think the most viewed video on
My
YouTube is fucking Gangnam Style.
yeah.
I I think that's number one.
That
and
was the
it's like
first. That was the first to
near-
hit 1 billion.
Yeah, it
And
was.
it's probably
Oh my
it's
God.
probably closed in on 2 billion. by
It's
now.
you
one.
serious?
It's 192 mil. No, excuse me. 1.9 billion views.
Yeah.
1.9 billion.
Yeah.
And the reason I know that is
shit.
because my daughter who is a year and a half, has probably watched it about 1,000 times.
Yeah, really?
So,
Wow.
and I watched the
it?
counter go up. It was like 1.9. It was 1.91. You know, it's
Yeah.
over the course of like 2 months.
It's parents just using it as a babysitting tool.
She goes goo-goo style for that thing.
Putting
Yeah.
putting it on loop and just letting it go.
Oh, I know. That
Mommy needs a martini and a cigarette. Watch this.
that video just ran away
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
because I don't think there's another video that's cracked 1 billion yet. Still,
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there were several when that came out that were like 700 million, stuff like that. But even those, I don't think they've stretched. I mean, that
crazy.
video
It's
is
gone across the world like that.
just
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
What
Nearly
the
2
fuck?
billion views.
well, and it's funny because I read that YouTube changed their algorithm for calculating the most viewed videos now, like when they do their lists, because I guess they were theorizing a lot. People were just refreshing or just clicking
Spamming
play and
it.
just
Oh,
So
yeah.
they started having to
Based off
Count
the
it-
URL or
count
what?
it based on like full views now.
wow.
So I guess the counter still counts just like any click. Anytime anybody clicks, it's a fucking view. But
Oh, I see.
when they do the list now, I guess they use something else. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
Wow.
because I figure there's
to
just
have
a bunch
true
of
number.
like every single South Korean just sits there and fucking
That's-
refreshes.
What is
shit
that?
all
A
day.
fourth of the world's population? Like 2 billion is like I mean, do that many people have internet?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's the thing. I think.
I mean, I guarantee it's probably like 20 million people watching that
Figure-
video. a
yeah,
fucking
figure-
ton
figure-
of times.
5,000 times.
Yeah.
figure
maybe.
everybody's at least seen it twice, if not 3 times.
No.
So
Oh, I've seen it about
the numbers are high,
300
so it
times.
might not necessarily. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's
And she
interesting.
fucking still loves it. She starts shaking her little booty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cute. So cute.
Yeah, I don't know. I
She's
think I think
She
for me,
did the
I
dance yet?
would definitely agree with you guys. I also think that when the internet was new and bandwidth became something that was more easily accessible, and then YouTube came out, it was like not everybody had access to video cameras and recording equipment the way we do now. I mean, that shit comes in your phone now, whether you want it or not. I remember, there was a time where it was like, do you want the phone with the camera? Like, you mean I can do more than make calls
Oh,
on this?
God.
Now I've got a phone that I do everything but make calls on it.
So I still remember the first person I knew that got a camera with a phone in it.
Yeah,
Like how revolutionary that was.
Yeah,
Like,
and
what
it
the
was
fuck?
What a brilliant idea.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you want to add 1
hindsight.
megabyte of memory to your phone? I do.
Right.
How much is that? It's like $900. It's
You could do
expensive.
50 megs of cloud service storage.
It was like a 60 by 30 megapixel picture. You know,
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I can put.
It's like, who the fuck is this? I can't even make out who the fuck this person is.
I can keep 2 dick pics up there in the cloud. Bring them back down. later.
Amorphous blob pics.
Megadixels.
Even then, man, because I think when texting became a thing, immediately, of course, people default to taking pictures of their genitals and just send them around. But I mean,
Just
God,
default to
those
that.
pictures, those pictures,
It's a primal
they
thing.
used to be shitty, though.
You know what? I told the lawyer
You know,
over and over
I'm
again I had a
so
hole in
grainy.
my pocket and I left the
Found
flash
it.
on,
Yeah.
you know?
I was just
Right.
taking pics of my
Right.
dick all day.
But I mean, the point I was going to make was that I think it's that's part of what is helping. I think that the market saturation with these viral videos is that there is so much. There is still good stuff coming out, and you've got guys, like Epic Mealtime or
Yeah.
like Vsauce or some of these people that are doing funny or reputable things.
I think, exactly
But it's just
what
in
you're
the
saying.
sea of I still think word of mouth still is the best conduit to help that along, because I don't have time to sit down and comb through YouTube. It's like
It's
I find out about
exactly.
something funny because you guys have sent it to me,
Right.
Or I see it on a blog that I read. So it's like, hey, check this out.
And more importantly, I think it comes down to I don't think I'm looking for that magic moment that was captured on film. I mean, if it happens, cool.
Right.
But if
Yeah.
it's based off something that someone wrote and spent time editing and creating and thinking about,
Yeah.
it's like I know what to expect. I can't wait for their next video to come out.
Yeah.
Right. You
Well,
know?
that's what I was just thinking about is that there's so much intentionally good content now
Yeah. Oh, right.
out there.
Exactly.
That's
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Because I think viral
Like
videos
our
kind of started
podcast.
as like people shooting home movies and they're just something crazy, funny happened or whatever, and they decided to put it up on the internet.
Yeah, we've seen enough of America getting inadvertently hit in the balls with,
Yeah.
with,
Yeah,
a,
exactly.
with a wiffle ball in the backyard.
But
Like,
you know
all
what?
right.
Okay, in Dick Striking's
Oh, shit.
defense, it's still funny.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, yeah,
It sure is.
it's really funny.
So I think I think it's still there, but it's definitely not as prevalent as it was. Well, it's as prevalent, but just not as
saturated.
yeah,
A lot more.
circulated as it once
Let's
was.
talk about that real quick. Why are people getting hit in the dick? Why is it so funny to guys?
It's certainly not a funny
I mean,
experience.
Maybe it's because
Yeah.
it's not me.
Yeah.
And just the reaction is always right away, like bent.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing too, is that I haven't so much found it funny as I just like I feel for the guy. Like I still to this day cannot watch those like extreme skateboard videos where this guy's trying to like grind down a 6 flights of stairs on the railing and then he falls and just right into his nuts. I just,
See, that doesn't bother me as much as when they like fly and just break a leg and it's just goop.
Yeah.
Right.
That stuff bugs me when it's like.
They're like holding their leg and
Yeah,
it's
and
just waving
like,
in the
and
wind.
you see a bone sticking out of it.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I can't do that either.
No, listen, I can see them get their dick smashed on a rail over and over, but the second I see a mushed bone, I'm like, oh, God, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this there's an ESPN show I watched called Highly Questionable, and it's this guy Dan Levitard and his dad, his like older dad, who's this kind of like quirky Cuban guy, and then this other guy Bomani Jones, and him and Dan are both
seen it, actually.
sports writers.
Oh, good.
And
I got to check it out.
it's funny. There's like every once in a while, if they talk about somebody getting beaten to the ball or something like that, they play this little like video. This like 30-second video that's like clips of umpires getting hit in the balls by like pitches or like fouled off pitches.
Those look nasty.
And Dan and his dad fucking love it. They crack up. And Bonani Jones is just like, God, I don't understand why you
Right.
guys enjoy that
what
so
the
much.
attraction is.
Just the reverberation after getting hit, like in the cup with a
It-
fastball.
it
Oh
still
my God.
hurts. It still hurts.
Just scrambled weebos.
Yeah, yeah. Cup or no
God.
cup, man. It's getting hit there.
Yeah.
It would probably like after that would happen to me. I'd probably look like the leech scene and Stand by Me, where he reaches in and pulls out the leeches.
Oh.
I'd be like, oh God, what happened to my balls?
Yeah. Please let them. You feel it. Just 1, 2, 3.
What is
okay.
that?
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's the baseball.
Well, and another interesting thing about, being hit in the balls is like,
Nothing's interesting about that. No, I know. Go on.
Is trying to explain it to women.
Well, yes.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny because like sometimes they'll try to equivocate, and like, oh well, getting hit in the titties.
Well, we give childbirth.
like this. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
That's not even.
we-
way
if I
too
if I
early.
children.
if I was having a hole torn open in my body, but I mean that would
Yes.
be a
And
totally different thing.
And you know what? I don't. That's one competition, one argument. I don't mind losing.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
I
Well,
don't
that's
mind
what I'm
losing
saying.
that
But as far as being hit somewhere
It's
on
so
the body,
unique.
Yeah.
The dick hit.
yeah,
the balls
it's
hit,
like-
I should say.
And you know what? Along those same lines, what I've always found interesting is I don't know that a woman would have pain there, like if she
Right.
did fall off a bicycle. But they're
Well, you
they're
hit the pubic bone or something,
Well,
Okay, well they have that
it's-
slanted, the bar that's slanted
Sure.
down. When I would
Which
think
I
that
don't know why.
the male
Yeah.
would have
I don't-
more
yeah, I never
danger of
understood that
injuring
one.
something
Yeah.
critically
That
if
bar
he
should be
fucking
made
hits
of-
that crossbar.
Laffy Taffy or
does it-
something.
that
would
is
be better.
funny.
Snatch hits it or fucking
Here's okay, and
don't
I'll
know.
explain what's interesting about the strike to the balls. Okay, so first off, there's an
I hope we
immediate
answered
reaction.
your question, Berto. By the
No,
way.
yes,
'Cause we're past that
I mean,
now.
we're now down to dick punches. But let me just explain this. I'm fired up.
Thanks
now.
for sending that in.
Thank you. The first reaction is that first, like, it's like anything. You just dodge something that's flying at your face.
Yeah.
You just
Yes.
immediately are like, ugh! You try to, protect yourself. It's like covering your head when you're falling. Right. And then it's followed up with this dull pain that slowly goes through your taint into your stomach. Right.
Yes.
And then it just
God, you
sits.
feel like throwing
And it's
up.
just sits. And it's not only in your stomach, but it's also in your testicles. It's both.
Yeah.
Just pounding. And then it it's not like a fast, like, oh, you're better. It's
No.
so gradual. And
Yeah.
everyone asks you, are you okay? You're not in the
Yeah,
mood
like, no,
to
I just
answer.
got fucking hit in the balls.
No.
No, I am not okay.
It is.
I'm
it's
so sorry I hit you with my car in the dick. Are you okay? I don't want to talk about it right now.
It's
Can I
such
get
a
few
unique
minutes?
pain,
Yeah.
is what it is.
It really
like,
is.
It's
It's so
it may not
dull.
even be the most. It's probably not the most painful thing you
No.
could ever experience.
No.
but it is. There's just
uncomfortable.
a whole body experience that goes along with that is like nothing else.
Yeah.
it's
It
just
really
this.
is.
You would think
Very
that
unique.
if you subscribe to the evolution theory,
Dick Kickers
and whatnot,
magazine?
it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
I was
well,
gonna
yes,
say,
yes.
sorry.
Have you did you see April's issue?
Oh, man.
Oh god.
From the
You know,
future.
April's
yeah.
Jewels.
you would think that evolution would have had a hand in, like, you know what, it's, I mean, the most vulnerable part is just sitting right there.
Yeah.
It's just right there.
Yeah.
You think they'd be like, why couldn't they have put it like under
Like,
my
tuck
arm?
that away.
Like
Yeah.
in my armpit.
Why didn't it come with like a complimentary fanny pack to just stuff that in that has some padding, some
They
bubble
do have
wrap?
a little bit of self-tucking action
Well, yeah, but I mean,
at times.
It
Not when
puts
you need
it.
it.
It puts
Yeah.
the lotion in the basket.
Yeah.
That kind of tucking.
Well, yeah.
would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
When I'm trying on my skin tuxedo. Oh
Oh
god.
God. Is
So,
And we have one.
yeah, we have one more question, and yeah, sorry that kind of went off track, but I mean, you know what? Viral videos, dick kicks, it gets there.
Yeah.
You see where this originated, so don't judge us.
All right, so we got one more question.
Yeah,
it's,
what's up?
it's Monia, right?
yes, Monia.
Yes, nice.
So
Thanks,
it says,
Monia.
Yo, Kim Kardashian was paid $500,000 to be a guest/date of a man at his party. Would you be comfortable with your wife, girlfriend doing the same?
Fuck no, just kidding. So
I mean, I'm comfortable with the money.
you sure?
The money's great, but
yeah.
Our wives or significant others are not Kim Kardashian. So
Yeah.
if somebody were to approach you and say, "I will give
It's
you
a little
a
creepier.
huge amount of money," you know,
That's a lot creepier.
I mean, that's
That's like ill intention right away.
very
Yes.
expensive.
It's not, hey, I want to look good
prostitute.
because
Right.
this is, yeah. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, I'm just like
So let's let's say she's
what's-
famous then. Let's say our girlfriends' wives are famous.
or for argument's sake.
For argument's sake, of
let's
course.
just say, yeah, okay.
So what
is,
would you
is
say?
sex included in that? I mean,
See,
that's
that's-
expected.
I don't think so. No.
I would imagine not in
Yeah.
that case.
Well, apparently she left early, and the guy said he was glad she left because she was a total bitch.
I'm sure she was.
Oh, wow.
And why I could think of
I mean,
six
accepted a half-
6,000 other things that I would spend that money on and have so much of a better time.
Yeah.
I mean, just first of all, I mean, for me, I've never understood the attraction to Kim Kardashian anyway. I don't know what the fuck she's talented at. I don't know why she's a big star.
No,
I
she
think she's
she
pretty
blows
high.
hip hop artists. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really what it is.
She made a
Is that
sex tape.
Is that
Yeah.
a talent?
I
Could be.
know.
I mean, well, yes, that is. It's yeah. Well, it is a talent. A woman who gives a good BJ is, it's
A
wonderful.
talented woman.
I've got a lot
I've got
more
no
than that,
problem.
but all right.
Got no problem.
She gave up the Kim Kardashian, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to go there. Had to go there.
Wow.
Wow.
So,
But well, I think, because you're thinking about it like, oh, you invited this because this beautiful woman, who's married to be his guest. But you think about it, I mean, there's a lot of instances where people pay for other people to be the guests at their party.
Yeah,
of
so
course.
it's like, I don't
you
find
just
it
don't
that
want to
strange.
ruin
Like,
something
not
good,
as-
though. It's like you don't want to, because of money, ruin something that's like going well.
Well,
you know
if,
what I mean?
if my
Does that make sense?
If my wife / girlfriend got offered, $500,000 to go be a guest at a party, and she wanted to do it,
Sure.
I would have no problem.
Of course.
Yes.
I don't think
of
so.
course.
Yeah.
But if it's like a date, you'd want to talk about it, I would assume.
Well, like indecent
Sure.
proposal.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was for sex.
Yeah,
wanna
Robert
know-
Redford,
$1 million
he
for
paid her
sex,
$1 million
yeah.
for one night with his wife.
Yeah, that's a little
But
different.
then she ended up falling. She fell in love with Robert Redford's character and ended up leaving Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the game. You play that game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like
I
get
think
burned.
I think if I suspect he's like, oh, I'm going to take your wife out on a one-on-one date on my private jet, and we're going to have this and that, I'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what could be going on in the back of your mind, and I'm sure it
Yeah,
would.
Yeah,
It's a step
but I mean,
up-
if I
step up
knew
from
she
your
was
Prius.
going to a giant ass birthday party for somebody, and being paid to be a guest, I'd be like, well,
But how you say it right there, being a
Giant
guest,
ass.
being
Giant
a
ass,
guest
that's Kim
makes
Kardashian,
sense. But
Yeah.
if you're going as a date and you're with someone, that's kind of weird, though. At the same
Yeah.
time, it's like you're committed to someone.
Yeah.
Like, what is the value of that relationship if you can just be paid to be someone else's date?
Yeah.
I mean, you've kind of
It's kind of whoring someone out.
yeah. Yeah.
So there's definitely a negative connotation to it.
So
I mean,
I'd-
unless you're like, hey, I'm going to pay you $500,000 to be the guest of honor.
well, and
I'd really
but
wanna know the
I
terms.
think is
it
it
doesn't sound like that's what
you know
the case was.
I
with
think
this
there's a
one.
difference to be made between, is it you doing it? Like, are you the one being asked if your wife can come, and then
You got
like,
an ad in the phone book.
I mean, that's a whole nother bag of worms. If like
She's
if
available,
she's
guys.
like, yeah, I'm going to do this.
Right,
This
yeah.
is my decision. Then it's like
Answers a Craigslist
that's
ad.
that's something different.
yeah. But if it's like you and someone's asking you if they can
Yeah.
borrow your wife for the night, and be like, oh yeah,
Because I know if I was asked, I know no matter what, at some point I'd say, I will admit I'm somewhat uncomfortable,
yeah,
Sure.
but,
Who the hell knows what's going to, I mean,
Oh my God.
what their intentions are.
I mean, I think part of it would be I have to be there as long as I'm cool.
What if it was me?
I have to be there.
What if I was like, Joe, I will give you
and you got to pay me
I will
50
give you
grand.
like $500 because that's
Yeah.
all I got.
Right? Right.
Just let me take Lauren out for the
47,
night.
36.
Be like, with all due respect, you can shove that $500 up your ass. I said with all due respect,
I
so don't get
said
mad.
that I'll do.
Oh, that's just makes me sad for you. You know? I mean, that's like a really good date, a $500 date. Like go
That is a
go
good
meet
date.
someone.
Yes,
spend it on the
Yes.
date.
That's true.
I
would-
don't take my chick. She's awesome for me.
Right. Yes. And I agree. I would never.
You
do
know,
it. I was-
but no, I know what you're saying.
Hypothetically.
Sure. Yeah. No, absolutely not, Mike.
So yeah,
That's up to her, though.
I've
of
got
course.
$500.
I got 500 on it. That is
So
a
the
really
answer
weird
is-
question.
So the answer is yes.
Yes, and then with
I
all
need
that said,
500 grand.
absolutely.
I could really use 500
Well, and I
grand.
think it's interesting because in this,
Love you, sir.
in this case, they're probably two people
you
that aren't
tomorrow.
exactly hard up for money.
Well, that's
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
exactly.
if someone
Sure.
is giving that much just for a date, and especially for someone who, I mean,
I'm
if
surprised
she's-
she would do it.
If she's
Yeah.
going to accept that,
She
at
has
least
plenty.
stay.
Yeah.
Don't leave early.
Well,
Don't
I
be
mean,
a bitch.
I think 500 is probably a considerable amount for her. I don't think she's like like a
Yeah.
$500 or $500 million type person.
no,
No.
no,
but
she's
I don't
not-
think anyone would pay half $1 billion. to have
Kanye
her
is
do
definitely
anything.
probably way more wealthy than she is.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
but,
sure.
but that's part of it. I mean, they're married now.
Yeah.
I think they're married. Are they married?
Yeah.
So-
you know what? I bet you he got a prenup though. I mean,
Well, that's what
she's not.
Yeah.
That's my point. Is they both have money, so it's a little
Yeah.
weirder that the fact that they would accept that.
weird.
Like someone like us be like, hey, can
Well,
500,000
that's
to
what I'm
borrow
saying.
your wife? And be like, yes.
Okay. What time can I drop her off?
Yeah.
Sir, is it?
It just comes down to circumstance. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, I think so.
If they're going to be respectful, if it's just to build up the party.
Well, let's take it a step further. Would
Okay.
you accept $500,000 for like the Robert Redford proposal?
No.
No, you would not.
No,
No.
I wouldn't want to ruin
Yeah.
what I have.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to risk that.
How about $1 million?
Be like, I was going to break up with her
See,
anyway.
Still,
So
yeah.
How about 10 million?
See, it's just you're getting to the point where it's like if at some point a number makes me change my answer, then that really is more of a
What if
reflection of
$47
who I
billion.
really am.
what if someone approached you and said, "I will pay you $500,000 to sleep with my wife"?
Oh my god!
oh,
But see, again, I feel
She's
like
a
it's
real
this-
hag.
She's it's Kim Kardashian, and she's a bitch.
She hasn't been outside lately.
the beef curtains.
Ew. I think it's the same.
You might want to watch out for that colostomy bag.
Oh my god!
somebody's
She
going
needs
to
a
peel
good
him back.
leg.
It's the same premise in reverse. It's no matter what, I'd be answering the same way.
Sure.
So
sure. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It's tough. I mean, I don't know.
Hooray, morals.
Because I have, yes. I mean, that's exactly what it is. Like,
Absolutely.
I do have strong
no,
morals. when it comes to that
I agree
stuff.
with you on that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because,
Like, selling yourself or your wife for sexual.
I've had conversations with girlfriends about this thing, and I've had girlfriends say, but it's just sex. You could get a lot of money. And that's like, that for some reason cut so deep for me. I was like, oh, yeah, but it's like, we're together.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
sex is different now because it's with me,
A
right?
dick is a dick is a dick. That's what you'd like to think.
Right.
Is, it's different
So-
because it's with me. But yeah, maybe, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
who knows?
That's just
Maybe
how
for
women do
her,
it.
Yeah, or the ones that I spoke about.
I gotta reevaluate everything.
It's weird. So it's like, okay, well, if I'm gonna definitely break up with this whore who's gonna do this, I better get half of this cash. So you fuck anyone you want, but I'm
Right,
getting 25
right.
million.
Yeah,
when she
when you
answers
say-
yes immediately. You're like,
That's when you go to the lawyer.
Wow,
Yeah.
it really does change if you don't like the person. I just realized,
Absolutely. I guess it depends on who you're
Yeah.
with.
Fuck
Okay,
everything on her.
you can keep her.
Just give me the cash.
like I've been with her just for this day. Finally, it's come.
Good luck. You can
Oh
have
my
it.
god.
My lucky day.
I've been waiting to whore out my girlfriend.
Yeah, man. There it is. Hit the jackpot. Well, that's all our listener questions, huh?
That
was
is
a
it.
good one, man. A deluge.
Yeah, very nice. Keep those
Yeah,
up.
good questions.
That was
Please.
good. That went
Please.
crazy.
Yeah,
that went
much
crazy
much.
in a good way. So,
Much thanks.
but thanks again to all the listeners. Keep those questions coming. Podcast at Condo Grayskull, .com. And Facebook. We've gotten a couple from Facebook and from the email,
Facebook
right?
and
Those
Twitter
questions
too.
rolling.
And Twitter.
One of us
Rolling.
does
Questions.
Does one or more than one of us keep the CG Twitter feed open on their phones?
Yeah, I do.
Because I'm logged into mine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My
I'm
Cool
not- I
Hand
don't
Carl
know
one,
if I-
but you do. So you would know if we got questions.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
cool. So yeah, sending questions to it at Condo Grayskull.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
wow, double
Yeah.
digits.
Yep.
Yeah, episode 10.
I know.
We've been doing this for 10 weeks
Yeah.
without
Can you
missing
believe
one.
that?
That
Not
is
one.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Good job, us.
Yeah.
High fives all
Up
around.
top.
High fives.
Bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam.
Anyways, until next week, CondoGrayskull.com.
Episode 11.
Bye.
I've been holding
Later.
that in the whole time.
See ya.